Well, Arsenal drew with Southampton at Emirates 3-3, and here we are to bring you the player ratings. Very, very, very frustrating. You know, Arsenal is capsizing, guys. The ship is really capsizing, and its captain Mikel Arteta needs to find a solution to get them back to winning ways, because in the previous 3 games, Arsenal have not gone ahead to win any. You know, out of the possible 9 points, they've gone ahead to get only 3 and dropped 6. That is unforgivable. And here onto the Rokani Media Football, we're coming through to rate the players of Arsenal that played into that beautiful game of football that saw Southampton almost get 3 points from Arsenal, but Arsenal fought back in a very, very, very brave way to really secure a point. And they would have gone ahead to really get themselves a winner, but I think that day was not theirs to win their game of football. But that goes back to how they approached the game at first. Their approach was really ill, and Mikel Arteta might not be a happy man. That's it. So let's go to the goalkeeper, Aaron Ramsdale, responsible for the first goal, and in just 25 seconds he gifted Southampton to really get an easy goal past him that way. That is what changes the game. You know, if Southampton score their first goal, if you get off the goal of Aaron Ramsdale that he gifted to Southampton, that means Martinelli would have gone ahead to score around the 25th minute, and then Southampton equalized at the beginning of the second half. Then Arsenal scores more too, and they win the game. So that goal that they really conceded in the 25 seconds just costed Arsenal the game. I think that's what really went back to the brains of Arsenal players. You know, we've been scoring fast away from home, and now we are at home, and now they are scoring at fast. So I think that really brought trouble to Arsenal. So I'm giving Ramsdale a 4 out of 10 for me, because he costed his team the game. Though he made some wonderful 2 or 3 saves on the day, but what he did is unforgivable, because the way he gifted that ball away, it's really bad. We go to the right back, Ben White. He was flying, you know, not all that exposed a lot onto the left attacking side of the midfield, and he looked good, solely the right back, and I'm giving him a 6 out of 10. That's what I'm giving Ben White. We go to Zinchenko. I'm giving Zinchenko a 5 point. I'm giving him a 6 out of 10. Zinchenko, he really had a very beautiful display, and he once put out a very beautiful cross that saw was it Gabriel Jesus headed over the bar, and then he went in for a very good square across the face of goal, but no Arsenal player had really read that run very well, and Arsenal found themselves not capitalizing onto that. So that is Zinchenko Alexandra. I'm giving him a 6 out of 10. We go to Gabriel Magalhaes. 6.5 out of 10 for me. He really commanded that defense very well, because none of the goals that Arsenal conceded, you can put the blame onto him. None. First one, gifted by Ramsdale. Secondly, Odegaard does a blind pass in the middle of the park, and Thomas Partey was caught out of position and couldn't really shield that back four, and Walcott went ahead to score the second one. Third, it was a set piece. I've not yet seen it very well, but I don't think he was the one to blame. So that was a set piece, and Arsenal conceded 3. So I'm giving him a 6.5 out of 10. We go to Rob Holding, 6 out of 10. Thomas Partey, I think Thomas Partey needs to raise up to the occasion, guys. He needs to find his form back, because these are kind of games that really show how good you are and how much quality you are when it comes to such games, because we expect him to raise up to the occasion in such games, but obviously he's just capsizing from the game of Liverpool to the game of West Ham, to the game of Southampton yesterday. Looking bad, horrible. For the second goal, he was out of position, you know. For the third goal that Arsenal concede, he just loses the ball and fights back, and the ball goes to the corner. You know, that's why Arsenal conceded. So he's been really petulant this kind of games, and I don't know whether he's going to play like that against Man City. If at all he plays like that against Man City, City is going to really beat Arsenal or tear them to pulps. That's it, to shreds. So Thomas Partey, 4.5 out of 10 for me. That's what I'm giving him. We go to Martin Odegaard. He scored a goal, and he was responsible for the second goal that Arsenal conceded. Tried to fight left, right, and center, and I'm going to give him a 5.5 out of 10. That's it. Fabio Vieira, little bit average. And it comes to my understanding that Arteta is a manager who is really having what we call a fixed team. You know, I think in such games, you know that you need experience. Why don't you get Thomas Partey to play into the Granit Xhaka role, to play as a number 8, and get Jorginho on the field of play? Because there are games that you need experience to win. I think that's what would have done at first. You know, start Jorginho, Thomas Partey, and Martin Odegaard. You need Jorginho in such games. Trust me, the experience of Jorginho is needed because he's a perennial winner. He has been in such situations very, very many times. Remember how they won the Euros with Italy? You understand? So I think he should know that he should really flaunt players that are really having experience on the field of play. So to me, Fabio Vieira, a 4.5 out of 10, according to me. Then Bukayo Saka, I think an assist and a goal just put him to 7 out of 10, according to me, because at least the fourth game in a row, he has found himself getting back to where he had been, because the previous 3 games have been really bad for Bukayo Saka, but this time around he found himself in a situation of really scoring a goal and putting up an assist. So that's what I always told Bukayo Saka, that no need to go all out and put up an apology on Instagram. No way. You just have to come back on the field of play and do what you did yesterday against Southampton. And if at all Arsenal won yesterday, all hails would have been on Bukayo Saka, because Saka scores the equalizer to make it 3-3. So I'm giving him a 7 out of 10. Gabriel Martinelli scoring the first goal, doing the needful. I'm giving him a 6 out of 10 for me. And it shows you that he's really going on and on, putting in the desired effort as Martinelli, because he has been putting in assists in the previous 3 games for Arsenal, and this season in the Premier League he has gone ahead to play 32 games. He's having 15 goals and 5 assists. That is Gabriel Martinelli, meaning that he has gone ahead to really have what we call a double-figure goal involvement. And I think his assists are going to increase to 10. And his goals are really going to hit 20. That is Gabriel Martinelli. So I think he's a very decent player, good on the eye to watch, keeps the fans of Arsenal off their seats, keeps them on the edges of their seats, and I think he really had a wonderful display yesterday, though it just came ugly. That's it. And those are moments that you cannot really fight in such situations. Then we go to Gabriel Jesus. A little bit average, according to me. You know, the third goal that Bukayo Saka scores, he does a very beautiful effort to play in Reece Nelson. Reece Nelson goes in for a shot. The shot is deflected, finds Bukayo Saka. Saka taps that ball in the back of the net. And very many other times he fought to really go through, but I think it was one of those days that you would call a bad day in office for Jesus. But one thing I like to give credit to Mikel Arteta in this game is to make a decision of keeping Jesus on the field of play. I think for the game of Liverpool, taking him off was okay, but the game of West Ham, I think what Mikel Arteta did yesterday was the same thing we're supposed to do when they are playing West Ham. Go all out for the game. Go all out for the game. Have Trossard, Martinelli, Jesus, and Saka on the field of play with Odegaard. Go for the game. Go for it, because you know what it means, you know? So I think going for the game is what he did yesterday, and I think it failed to pay off, but it gave Arsenal a point that maybe if at all they beat City on Wednesday, they will find themselves in a position of really celebrating that point they got yesterday at the Emirates. Because right now, if Arsenal win the trophy and they want to stay into the trophy conversation, they need to beat City on Wednesday. And that's the huge hill ahead of them. Will they climb it? Will they overcome it? We wait and see on Wednesday how things are going to go ahead and really unfold at the Etihad Stadium. Now, who came on? Trossard came on for Fabio Vieira. I'm giving Trossard a 6.5 out of 10. You know, he came on through and his visibility was really seen, and his presence was felt by the opponents. You know, he even went in for a shot outside the tennis box area with his weak foot of the left, and it really rattled, and it really smacked the crossbar, and it went out. So he was really a very impact player off the bench and really put in an effort that was felt by the opponents. I'm giving him a 6.5 out of 10. Then Reece Nelson came on through and his impact was felt, responsible for the third goal that Arsenal scores. That was an equalizer. He found himself on target and it was going the back of the net, but the defender of Southampton just found himself putting his foot into that ball and he blocked it into the corner. So his impact was really felt on the day, and that is a player known as, what is the name? Reece Nelson. I'm giving him a 6 out of 10. Then Zinchenko came off, and Arsenal brought on Eddie Nketiah, and Eddie Nketiah, I'm giving him a 5 out of 10. So Mikel Arteta, I think there is nothing we're going to blame Mikel Arteta yesterday. I think the only thing he really failed to do was not to start Jorginho and Thomas Partey. I think if he's to go ahead and really win the game at Etihad, Jorginho and Thomas Partey have to be in that system, in that game. And I think if at all I'm Mikel Arteta, I go in for a double pivot of Jorginho and Thomas Partey, you know, then I play Odegaard ahead of them. I think that will be a very good display, and it can really help them really neutralize that Man City side, because Jorginho's experience is needed a lot, and his composure and his passing is really classy. So Mikel Arteta, 6.5 out of 10. And my man of the match is Bukayo Saka. I don't know who your man of the match was, but mine is Bukayo Saka. So guys, your reactions onto the player ratings of Arsenal players versus Arsenal players versus Southampton are welcome in the comment section below. I sign out for now. See you later, and I cover you all in the precious blood of Jesus Christ. My Muslim friends, welcome back from the Eid celebration.